Welcome everybody to another episode of Smackdown Universe Mode. And it looks like the general manager Kofi Kingston is coming out to address the Smackdown fans. I wonder what he's gonna say. I'm sure it's gonna be groundbreaking. But we'll just have to get through it. This is the go home show before In Your House, so I'm sure there's going to be some exciting matches for tonight. But I'm sure, just like the rest of the SmackDown universe, what is Kofi Kingston going to say? And I wonder if it's going to be about the former general manager. Because checking the website for SmackDown, Chris Castle is still on the roster. I'm surprised he has not been fired after his grueling Fatal 4-Way match in a steel cage for the World Championship. You know, Kofi said it before. He has a grudge against Chris Castle, but he's keeping it professional, I guess. So let's see what General Manager Kofi Kingston has to say. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your General Manager Kofi Kingston, and I'm here with a challenge for Chris Castle. So tonight, I have talked it over and got it approved with upper management. Chris Castle, if you want to stay on SmackDown, you need to fight and you need to win. So, if you ever lose a match, you will be fired. And lucky for you, I have a match for you tonight, as you will be facing off against a mystery opponent. But I will tell you that Tongaloa will be at ringside just to watch the match. So, good luck to you, former general manager. And as for the rest of the night, this is the go home show before In Your House 2026. And we have great matches lined up. So, let's get this show on the road, and I hope you enjoy. Alright, so here we are in the first match of the night. Oh man, General Manager Kofi Kingston laying down the challenge to Chris Castle at the start of the show. And so we're starting off with a tag team match versus Supremacy versus Big E and Trey. And there is all of Supremacy readying for battle.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Shinsuke Nakamura at a combined weight of 530 pounds. The team of Ludwig Kaiser and Oba Femi.
So, you're wondering, how did this match come to be? Well, last SmackDown, Trey, an unnamed superstar, faced off against Ludwig Kaiser. And when Kaiser handily defeated Trey, Obafemi threw in a chair and was about to take out Trey, but was stopped by Big E. So now, Trey and Big E want revenge against Kaiser and Obafemi. So that's why this match is happening. Look at that. Supremacy ready to go. The class, the sophistication that Supremacy brings to this SmackDown ring. And here comes their challengers. First off, we got the world champion, Big E.
First, from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 285 pounds, the world champion, Big E.
So this is the go-home show before our first PRE, Premium Recorded event, In Your House 2026. It's exciting to do another In Your House Premium Recorded event, or PRE. We will have Big E versus Ludwig Kaiser for that main event. And now here comes this unknown superstar, but known now. It is Trey.
And his partner from Fulton, New York, weighing in at 212 pounds, Trey.
Got his 15 minutes of fame against Ludwig Kaiser. Got help from Big E, and now he's here in this tag match to start off the show. Who is gonna win? Is it gonna be Ludwig Kaiser and Obafemi? Or is it gonna be Trey and Big E? And I'm sure either Ludwig or Big E want to get a win tonight, heading into their main event match at In Your House 2026. Alright, so I am going to be playing as Ludwig Kaiser, trying to win this. So let's see if we can. Alright, here comes Ludwig Kaiser, but Big E catches him with a scoop slam. Big E on the offensive, but here comes Ludwig Kaiser with the reversal chop in the leg of Big E, taking the big man to one knee. And now going for the attack, working the arm of the champion. Shinsuke Nakamura on the outside. Uh-oh. Ludwig Kaiser setting up spear, sending Big E to the outside. And now Ludwig Kaiser following Big E, hoping not to get a counter. Oh, changing tactics, going after Trey, and now going back right into the ring, waiting for Big E to come in. Subscribe. And here comes, oh my goodness, Ludwig Kaiser misses. Big E gets caught, gets sent back to the outside, and gets hit with a senton. Ludwig Kaiser back into the ring, not according to his plan, trying again, this time catches Big E. And then sends Big E right to his corner. Oh, Big E reverses. Catches Ludwig Kaiser, and now gonna work the leg. Kaiser trying to reverse. Can he? Yes, he can. Catches Big E's foot and slams him right to the mat. So this is also a win scenario for Obafemi too, because he has a match, because Nakamura and Obafemi are gonna be defending their World Tag Team Championships against the Usi Boys, Sami Zayn and Jimmy Uso. Oh, Ludwig Kaiser with a spear into the corner, sending Big E to the mat, and here he comes with a knee to the face. My goodness, the ruthlessness of Ludwig Kaiser. Trey watching on helplessly as Big E tries to fight. Uh-oh, here we go. Big E tags Trey, able to tag him in, and here comes Trey. Oh my goodness. Off the top rope, foot stomp onto Ludwig Kaiser. Trey looking, waiting for Kaiser to get up off the ropes, but Kaiser catches him into a powerbomb. Kaiser sends Trey into his corner. tag to Obafemi. Kick to the gut, and now it's Obafemi's turn. Oh my goodness! Trey able to muster an attack. Cover 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Oh, only a 1 count. Oh, and here we go. Obafemi is about to dominate against Trey. Off the ropes. Obafemi just dropping Trey, letting gravity do all the work. Oh, and Obafemi sets his sight on the Big E, picking him up and bringing him right down with an overhead punch. Supremacy looking strong right now. I'm sure the Uso boys watching in the back, seeing how Obafemi does his matches. Uh-oh. Big man going to the top rope. Big jump. Big splash to Trey on the outside. That is a lot of force coming from a big man like that. I think Trey's insides have been ruined. Oh gosh! Trey able to reverse. This is the hope he might need. Suplex for Obafemi. But Trey win by countout? That might be the smart thing to do against Supremacy. If you're this, like, unknown wrestler that got some fame. Oh wow, look at that. Trey just taunting Obafemi, and I'm sure Obafemi is not happy about that. Oh my goodness! Oba takes down the ref by accident. Or was it by accident? And now goes... Oh no, Trey! Able to reverse. Tried to get something going, but wasn't able to. And here comes Oba. Oh! Oba getting reversed by Trey. Who would have thought? Trey just fighting for his life into a face plant. Face buster. Trey tagging in Big E now. Big E picks up Obafemi and power slam right to the mat. Obafemi, oh, trying to get to Kaiser, but Big E's right there to stop him. Oh, Big E, Nakamura distracting Big E, giving Obafemi the chance to get up and catch Big E. All surprised, Big E knew what was coming. Sends Oba into the corner. Tags Trey. Oh my goodness. Off the ropes. Double shoulder block. Taking down the big man Obafemi. And now Trey. House of Fire. Flying senton cover. But not even a one. Obafemi still has some life left in him. Oh, cold breaker by Trey. Obafemi tags in Ludwig Kaiser. Trey tags in Big E. Oh my goodness, who could have thought? Trey and Big E just dominate. Trey dominating Obafemi as Ludwig Kaiser reverses Big E. Oh my goodness. There we go. Ludwig Kaiser able to connect finally. Big E rolling outside of the ring. Look at that. No fear by Ludwig Kaiser. Just waiting for Big E to get in. Trying to get that opportune moment to hit something. Oh, but Big E kick to the gut. Picks up Ludwig Kaiser into a powerbomb. This could be a future or a glimpse of what could happen at In Your House when Big E takes on Kaiser with the championship on the line. Kaiser able to sidestep out of the way into a German suplex. Trey trying to go for the tag, but here comes Ludwig Kaiser. Neck snapmare into a kick to the face. Oh, but Trey inserting himself and pushing down Ludwig Kaiser. Kaiser gaining his composure back, going right after Big E for the art of wrestling. not going for the cover, taking his attention to Trey. But this could be futile. Oh, and yep, Big E able to get up. Ludwig Kaiser focusing on Trey, trying to get him down, but Trey not giving up. That fighting spirit that you love to see. Trey tags in now. Sends Kaiser into his corner. Uh-oh. Trey going for a drop kick, taking down Kaiser. Kaiser now trying to get to Obafemi, and Trey lets him. Looks like Obafemi wanting a redo, but that is not happening. Oh, Obafemi catches Trey. One, not even a one, my goodness. Trey just giving his all, knowing that the deck was stacked against him, is trying to do the impossible, reverses Obafemi into a arm drag. I would have never guessed this would have happened. Big E tags in now, and Obafemi misses his attack. Oh, but gets out of the way for that. Body splash. Oh, takes down Trey. I think he was going for Big E, but the momentum, he couldn't switch it. And Big E able to capitalize. Oh no. Big E off the ropes. The other rope. Big splash to Obafemi. Cover. One. Oh my goodness. Kaiser right there to break up the pin, but that's the only one he can do. Obafemi able to reverse the big ending into a DDT. And now it's Obafemi's game. Throws Big E into the corner. Going into gravity. Letting gravity do all the work. And now Obafemi is on the offensive. Looking to put Big E away right here, right now. Picks him a fall from grace. But here comes Obafemi taking out Trey. Was able to, and I think that's all she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3. Supremacy pick up the victory over Big E and Trey. And I mean, Trey putting up a crazy fight along with Big E, but in the end, Supremacy was able to outmatch them and pick up the victory. So remember, at In Your House, Ludwig Kaiser getting the win. So Ludwig Kaiser getting the win, and at In Your House, Ludwig Kaiser will face off against Big E for the World Championship. And I'm sure with this win, the momentum is on Ludwig Kaiser's side. All right, we move on to the next match. It is going to be a singles match.
It's scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by Sami Zayn from San Francisco, California, weighing in at 251 pounds, Jimmy Uso.
So it's going to be Shinsuke Nakamura versus Jey Uso. Shinsuke is already on the outside, waiting for Jimmy Uso to make his entrance. So we are calling him Jimmy Uso because the higher-ups have talked to Jey and told him that he can't be called Jey Uso with a different spelling because it's going to confuse people. So Jimmy was like, okay, I'll keep the Yeet stuff and all that, but I will change my name back to Jimmy Uso. So we're going to be calling him Jimmy Uso. Alright, here we go. Jimmy Uso versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm going to be playing as Nakamura as right out of the gate. Jimmy and Nakamura just clashing heads with Nakamura picking up the advantage, taking down Jimmy Uso. So the Usi Boys versus Supremacy for the World Tag Team Championships at In Your House. This is just a small glimpse as Jimmy Uso takes on Shinsuke Nakamura. Supremacy is riding high right now with a win, where Obafemi and Ludwig Kaiser defeated Big E and Trey. Oh, Jimmy Uso able to counter. Sends Nakamura onto the rope, but Nakamura counters into another kick, taking down Jimmy Uso. So Nakamura has Obafemi in his corner. Little tired, but, you know, he's just managing. He's not actually wrestling, so everything is fine. Nakamura, you know, all Japanese wrestlers, experts at the kicking fighting style. Very good with their feet. So I want to talk about Supremacy's message. So Ludwig Kaiser has said this before, that Supremacy was made with these wrestlers to showcase what wrestling can be. Instead of all these gimmicks and funny things, wrestling should be wrestling. Ludwig Kaiser bringing his European style of wrestling to Smackdown. Shinsuke Nakamura bringing his style of wrestling to SmackDown, and then Obafemi as well. Oh my goodness! Jimmy Uso made a costly mistake. Nakamura was a little too far. Nakamura able to evade a super kick, an Uso specialty. Uso now going to the top rope. Big splash headbutt. Connects. Nakamura in trouble, but kicks out at 1. So yeah, so different wrestling styles brought to SmackDown by Ludwig Kaiser, looking to dominate all of SmackDown and show the SmackDown fans and universe, as Nakamura and Jimmy Uso trade blows, what wrestling is all about. And unworthy wrestlers, he says, need to be taken out. We'll see if Supremacy can reach the pinnacle by holding most of the titles, the World Championship and the Tag Team Championships. That would be a feat nobody has done yet. Oh, and again, here we go. After that back and forth, nobody let up except for Shinsuke Nakamura with the win. Taking down Jimmy Uso. Jimmy Uso, life left in him, reverses elbow to the face of Nakamura. But Nakamura counters, takes down Jimmy Uso. So remember, if you forgot, I'm gonna remind you, Jimmy Uso is teaming with Sami Zayn as the Usi Boys. I know before Jey Uso would be the one teaming with Sami, but a masked man took out Jey Uso in the first episode of Season 2 of Smackdown. We don't know who that masked man is. The investigation is still going on. But Jimmy Uso came out and replaced Jey. Jimmy going for a basement drop kick, hits its target. Nakamura is in trouble. But Obafemi gets Jimmy's attention. This could be the opportunity. Nakamura picks up Jimmy. Hits him with a signature move. And now Nakamura is looking for it. Waiting for Jimmy to get up. And here he goes. Kinshasa for the cover. 1, 2, 3. And Nakamura picks up the victory. Supremacy with a clean sweep of wins tonight. Definitely gaining that win momentum heading towards In Your House as Supremacy defend their tag team championships against the Uzi Boys, and to a greater extent be the first team to win or to hold the World Championship and the Tag Team Championships.
Here is your winner.
One has to wonder though, once Supremacy has done that, will they go after the Universal Championship as well? And who could join them? But either way, congratulations to Supremacy on picking up the victory. Alright, we move on to the next match, and as we heard from the top of the show, Chris Castle has to wrestle, and if he loses, he will be fired from Smackdown.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Virginia, weighing in at 227 pounds, Chris Castle!
So no longer in his general manager gear, Chris Castle is ready to fight for his right to be on SmackDown. He is going to be facing off against a mystery opponent, but he does know that one of Kofi's lackeys, Tongaloa, will be at ringside to, I guess, keep an eye out on things. I don't know what that means. But Chris Castle is going to remind SmackDown Universe, SmackDown fans, that he was a wrestler before, and he still is, and that he still got it. So let's see who Chris Castle's opponent is going to be. Oh my goodness. Chris Castle's opponent is the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre. Oh my goodness, and there he has his sword, his Scottish sword with Tongaloa right next to him. We haven't seen Drew McIntyre in a while, but here he is now, back on SmackDown.
And his opponent, accompanied by Tongaloa from Ayr, Scotland, weighing in at 285 pounds, the Scottish Warrior, Drew McIntyre.
So I wonder, I'm sure McIntyre wouldn't just take this match, right? Did he and Kofi, make an agreement? Or did Drew just want to take this match because he wanted to beat somebody up in his first match back in Season 2 of SmackDown in this universe mode? Alright, so here we go. Chris Castle versus Drew McIntyre, of course. I'll be playing as Chris Castle, as Chris Castle goes to the center of the ring, looks to throw out a handshake. Is Drew McIntyre going to accept? He does, but it is all for naught as a kick to the gut, but Chris Castle answers back with a clothesline, flipping the Scottish Warrior. Look at the size difference, though, between Chris Castle and Drew McIntyre. That is a height difference. And here we go. McIntyre trying to strangle out Chris Castle. Chris Castle fights back with a headlock punch to the face. And now trying to just wear out the Scottish Warrior. Oh. McIntyre able to break out, throws Chris Castle to the outside of the ring. Punch to the face, but Chris Castle's holding on. And he's not anymore with the beats of the Bloodrun. A move Drew McIntyre picked up from Sheamus as Chris Castle falls to the outside. Oh, and Tongaloa inserts himself in, throws Chris Castle back. I guess that's what watching a match means. Putting your hands on a wrestler. Oh, roll up by Drew McIntyre, trying to end it quickly, but Chris Castle able to break out. But Drew McIntyre coming in with a Scottish headbutt. And just mocking Chris Castle in the center of the ring. Chris Castle trying to hold his... Oh no, there we go. Chris with the reversal. And now taking it to McIntyre. Throws into the center of the ring. Goes for a good night headbutt. McIntyre on the outside. Here comes Chris Castle. But McIntyre steps out of the way. Another Scottish headbutt to Chris Castle. But Chris able to counter, runs back into the ring, waiting for McIntyre to enter, and here comes Chris Castle, taking down the Scottish Warrior, and now is on the offensive, just trying to do what he can to survive this match against Drew McIntyre. Chris going to the top rope. What is he looking for? Twisted Bliss onto Drew. Now Chris bringing Drew to the ropes. What is he doing? Oh no! Drew able to reverse, sending Chris onto the outside. Back into the fight. Chris goes, takes down Drew McIntyre once again into a fist drop onto Drew. Chris is fighting for his life, knowing Drew is the bigger man in this match. Oh my goodness, look at that. Oh, Chris Castle, King's Landing to Drew McIntyre. Look at that. Chris Castle setting up for his signature maneuver. Holy hand grenade. Oh my goodness. Drew McIntyre steps out of the way. Future shock DDT to Chris Castle. This is not looking good for Chris. Cover, but Chris able to kick out before the 1 count. Takes down Drew again. What is keeping Chris Castle alive? I'm guessing it's desire to stay on Smackdown, to not get fired. And there we go. Elbow, bionic elbow. Oh my goodness, Claymore out of nowhere by Drew McIntyre. Cover. 2. Oh my goodness, only a 1 count. Chris Castle survived a Claymore by Drew McIntyre. Chris back on his feet. Big punch. Uh-oh. The yeet punch. Taking down Drew. Oh, Drew catches Chris's leg. Takes him down. Oh. My goodness, this is just a fight for survival by Chris and Drew. Who is gonna win? Uh-oh. Drew taking down Chris. Going to the top rope. Oh my goodness, Drew is pulling out all the stops right here to take down the former general manager. Here he comes, but Chris sidesteps. Chris sidesteps. Grabs McIntyre's face and just rips it. Rips it with a vengeance. Uh-oh, Chris Castle waiting for Drew to get up. Here he comes. Clothesline, sending both of them to the outside. And now a leg drop to the abdomen. And Chris Castle setting his sights onto Tongaloa, paying him back, touching him from before, going back into the ring. And now Bailey to belly to Drew McIntyre. Chris Castle is on fire, scoping out his opponent. Oh. But his attention is diverted. Tongaloa distracting Chris Castle enough for Drew to get up. Oh my goodness, Chris Castle saves himself by going right after Tongaloa. But back into the ring, gets caught unfortunately. Oh, never mind. Chris Castle is still in it to win it. And here he goes, kick to the gut. Chris Castle picking him up for what he calls the Star Struck. And going to the corner of the ring, getting the horses ready to gallop. Going for the cavalry charge. Takes down the Scottish Warrior. 1, 2. Oh my goodness, the match is not over. Drew able to kick out. But Chris Castle setting up for another finisher kick to the gut. Picking up Drew. Hitting him with the grand finale cover. 1, 2, 3. And Chris Castle survives his match. Oh my goodness, what a hard-fought match from the former general manager and Drew McIntyre. I'm sure the Smackdown universe, Smackdown fans saw what Chris Castle is capable of as a wrestler, and he didn't miss a beat. I thought after that distraction from Tongaloa, Chris couldn't turn things around, but he was able to. I mean, Drew McIntyre was a force to be reckoned with, but after 2 finishers, Chris Castle was able to take down the Scottish Warrior. And he is not fired today. He keeps going. He stays on the SmackDown roster. Conquers a challenge by General Manager Kofi Kingston and keeps his job. Did you see that, SmackDown universe? Did you see the dominance of Supremacy? First taking out Big E and Trey, and then taking out Jimmy Uso. Did you see that, SmackDown? Did you see the wins that Ludwig Kaiser, Obafemi, and Shinsuke Nakamura won against their opponents? How they defeated their opponents? Did you see that our wrestling is superior than anybody else's? So, I just wanted to say, get ready, SmackDown. Because after In Your House, Supremacy will reign supreme, and we will make history by being the first team to hold the World Championship and the Tag Team Championship. So, this is a warning. Once Supremacy hits the pinnacle after In Your House, you are all on notice to get better or get out. Alright, after Chris Castle survived his match, we move on to the next one as Bayley and Lyra take on Nia and Chelsea Green. Alright, here comes Bayley and Lyra. Oh, but there comes Nia and Chelsea, ambushing the champion and her partner at the start of this main event match. Oh my goodness. So I'm playing as Bayley, and we are in a tag match against Nia and Chelsea Green after Bayley chose Lyra as her partner. Bayley sending Chelsea Green and now helping Lyra by taking down Nia Jax. So who are the legal people in this match? I am not sure. It looks like it's Nia and Lyra Valkyria, I think? No, never mind. There's a little pandemonium. I got confused. Nia and Bayley are the legal people. Well, Chelsea is now the legal person. So this match came about after Bayley defeated Chelsea Green last Smackdown, and Nia just showed out of nowhere and chokeslammed her. So that is why we're having this tag match. Bayley sending Chelsea Green to the rope, but Chelsea able to counter with a couple of kicks. Chelsea now sends Bayley to the ropes, looking for something, but Bayley able to reverse, takes down Chelsea Green and starts the onslaught. So at In Your House, Nia Jax is going to be taking on Bayley for the Universal Championship. Nia sent out her lackey. Chelsea calls herself Nia's best friend, but whatever. But yeah, Nia sent out her lackey Chelsea Green to fight Bayley last week. Nia pulled some distractions to take Bayley off her game, but Bayley was able to pick up the victory in the end. So for this match, I'm sure Nia wants to get that win momentum headed into In Your House. Chelsea Green able to throw Bayley outside of the ring. Has her, goes for the stunner using the ropes as leverage. And look at that, Chelsea Green just taunting the champion. Bayley going back into the ring. Grabs Chelsea, sends her into the rope. Chelsea able to counter. What is she going for? Picks up the champion. Oh no, snake eyes! Right in front of her partner, Lyra. Champion struggling a little bit, but gets a reversal in. Sends Chelsea into her corner. Tag to Lyra Valkyria. Off the ropes. Double flapjack. Taking down Chelsea Green. So Lyra was in the match to determine the #1 contender to the Universal Championship. She was facing off against Nia and Little Miss Bliss. But as we know, Nia did pick up the victory in that triple threat match. Lyra just going right after Chelsea Green, not letting her get a win. And Chelsea able to roll out of the way, sends Lyra into her corner. Tag to Nia Jax with a big punch to the sternum. Goes for the cover. Can Lyra break out of it? Yes, she can. Nia Jax just using her bigness to intimidate and just take all of the punches from Lyra Valkyria. What can Lyra do? This is an impossible task as Nia gains the upper hand, sends Lyra into the ropes and hits her with an elbow. Nia just taunting Lyra. Big leg drop. Using all her weight onto Lyra Valkyria. This is the main event of this Smackdown. We had, oh my goodness, miscalculation right there. Lyra just trying to fight the behemoth they called Nia Jax. Oh no. Lyra is stunned. And Nia Jax is just going to have her way with her. Cover by Jax. Bayley breaks things up, but that means they only have one shot now. Lyra has to do it on her own, trying to take down Nia Jax, but she can't. She can't take her down. Nia sends Lyra into the corner. tag to Chelsea Green. This could be the respite Lyra needs. She just needs to reverse. Oh, gets caught. Oh, face plant. Cover. Oh my goodness. And unfortunately, Chelsea Green and Nia Jax pick up the victory. It was too much for Lyra and Bayley after that ambush. They tried their best, but after catching Bayley and Lyra off guard, Chelsea and Nia were able to capitalize and just, battle of attrition. Chelsea was able to outlast Lyra Valkyria.
Here are your winners.
So headed into In Your House with the win momentum, Nia Jax will be facing off against Bayley at In Your House for the Universal Championship. That has been the main event. Next show is In Your House, where we'll also have a World Championship match, Ludwig Kaiser versus Biggie, and a Tag Team Championship match, Supremacy versus the Usi Boys. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you liked it, hit that like button. Subscribe for more awesome content. And I'll see you at Smackdown Presents In Your House 2026.